So guys, I just found this post in the subreddit for Path of Exile 2 that says, tablets need to be reworked again. And I see this title and of course I want to read it. And originally I thought they were talking about the thing I was saying in my other video where I was talking about how I dislike that to be able to run the 3 tablets you need to have a 6 modifiers map with basically no revives. And that wouldn't be bad. I would be cool with that if when failing you could reattempt the map with tablets. But right now you can't reattempt the map with the tablets, which just basically means that you have to run a sucky map or go around to find another way, or choosing to run less used content, which is the new system is better. Of course, I like it more because I can choose what I want to run and basically all maps are worth running, but it makes it so that you want to go as hard as possible to get the tablet, but at the same time it is much more punishing than before, because before you only had to do it with the tower and you could run easier maps in the actual use. I thought this was going to be about that, but it is not about that. It is about something that I missed entirely, and this person is saying it here, and I said this is true, brother. This post, by the way, is entirely true. Read it with me. Hi everyone, I want to start positive first. I really like the way the game was pushed with 0.3.1. Same, I have been saying the same. Especially that basically every map is worth running now. What I was saying just feels great, but I feel like the tablet changes kind of damage running bonus content. Check this out. The idea with the 0.3.1 seemed to be that if players were running 2 to 3 towers on average before 0.3.1, then just buff tablets by 2-3 times and everything will be fine, right? At face value, correct. I also thought when they said, no, we are buffing tablets, I said, okay, fine. Everything is cool. But check this out. And this works fine with things like quantity and rarity and rare monsters. But with bonus content, and with bonus content, he's basically meaning mechanics, ritual, breach, delirium, expedition. With bonus content tablets, it feels kinda horrible. Let's look at ritual, for example. Before the patch, you probably would use a unique tablet in one of the towers, and you could mix up things like chance for omens, increased tribute, less deferred tribute, etc. I ran this strategy in 0.2 and it was really fun, and you needed to use the 9 tablets because you wanted to put a lot of tablets that give you extra rerolls. And to be able to do that, you needed a lot of tablets with the rerolls, but also you wanted tablets that he's saying here. Like, you needed a bunch of extra modifiers that just having 3 tablets doesn't allow you to do that. You don't have enough space for all the modifiers. So even if you give me more in one tablet, I am still missing modifiers that I need to be able to run this strategy. So this basically killed an strategy for ritual, right? Let's continue. But mixing things is gone now. Double rerolling tablet is now 1 out of 3 slots, and you need to have it. That is the unique tablet. You need to use it 100%. So now you are left with 2 towers. It's now 1 out of 3 slots instead of 6 or even 9. And if you also go for an irradiated tablet that you probably want to get the level up, then you are only left with 1 ritual tablet, 1 magic normal ritual tablet. That is not enough to do this strategy soon, because you need the different modifiers. You are left with just 1 space for actually buffing the mechanic itself. I think they either need to nerf tablet values and give us more slots, or combine some of these extra content mods onto 1 mod. I agree completely with this, and this probably the ritual example is the most egregious one, but this same thing happens with Breach. I was running Breach some days ago, and it definitely happened with Breach. It definitely happened with Expedition. I don't know with Delirium, because Delirium people don't run Delirium like that. People just put layers of Delirium in the actual map, and then they do another mechanic, right? But dude, this is crazy, man. And I know this is temporary, by the way. I think this has to be temporary. But it is good that we voice this opinion, that we remind them, yeah, you are working on 0.4, and you are probably going to fix this in 0.4. But just in case this is not on your radar, we are going to let you know that this is happening, right? Now, I think the best way, or not the best way, because maybe there is something that I have not thought about, but a good way of fixing this is giving more modifiers to tablets, right? Instead of giving 2 modifiers, they can have 4 modifiers, or they can have 6 modifiers, right? If you need to nerf the modifiers, so be it. But then we can have more modifiers on tablets. You could also completely rework them, make them that all tablets are unique with unique modifiers, which would be scarabs, right? From PoE1. Maybe they do one or the other, right? And this that we have right now is just temporary while we get to 0.4, which I will completely understand. But just in case this is not on the radar, just know, GG, that you nerf ritual and bonus modifiers. This is why right now the best strategies are boring strategies, which is put irradiated in there, lot of quantity, lot of rarity, and kill all rare monsters in the map. That is the strategies. Bonus content, fuck bonus content, which in a way kills the purpose of the patch, which was running what we wanted. I understand that you still can run what you want, but when you know that you are intentionally doing a mechanic that is way weaker than the other, you feel bad. I understand, for example, in PoE1, I like when I can do a mechanic that is not the ultra use mechanic, but I like it because it is fun, but it is still rewarding. You run that mechanic, right? But the gap is not that big, right? The gap on the mechanic that you are doing for fun to the mechanic that is the most used one that you don't like and you prefer not to do it is not that big. Like what we have right now in PoE2, that if you want to do ritual, you are handicapping yourself a lot, that if you use room, that if you just run irradiated maps with quantity and rarity, and that is just better. So if you don't like doing that, if you want to do ritual, you will always feel that you are fucking yourself in the ass, which is not a fun feeling, right? So in the purpose of giving us the freedom to run the content that we want, you also fucked us in the ass, and now we don't want to run the content that we want because then we are getting fucked. You know, this line of thinking, which is crazy. I would still run the content that I want, by the way, because I hate that just kill all the rare monsters. To me, it is boring. Sometimes I can do it, obviously, but I will rotate between mechanics. That is something cool that we can do now, by the way, that with the old system we couldn't do, because with the old system, you have to look for the towers and you have to set up the towers, and once the use is there, you have to run it. You are locked into that strategy. But right now with the system, you can get 3 tablets, you go in, I didn't like the mechanic, you change it again for the next map really quickly, and you can juggle between different mechanics. Okay, this map I am going to do this one, next map I am going to do this one, or I go 5 maps with one strategy, 5 maps with other strategy, because all you have to do is rotate the tablets. That is cool, right? So solutions are many. It is up to GG to decide how they want to handle it. If they want to scrap the whole system and just bring something new in 0.4, if they want to continue with this system but just give us other ways of using bonus content, if they are going to buff the tablets. I think giving us if they are going to keep this system, just getting towers to rare could be a good idea, or every single tablet is unique and then it is like a scarab. Those are ideas, right? But let's see what they cook up for 0.4. What I want is for us to voice our opinions, to let them know that we think this is a problem, because it is, to be honest. You are locked in to not do bonus content tablets, so that they fix this for the next patch. Because if this is not on the radar, this can go unnoticed. This can go unnoticed, and I don't want that to happen. So let's go, dude. Good post here by Overall Grape. What is that name, dude? Let's see what people say. The fact that irradiated is required is an issue. Okay. Can you just run more than one ritual tablet? No, it is the auction. Rare tablets with 4 mods. This person has my idea too, but with 6 mods. My opinion, there's a fundamental problem they didn't solve. Maps are not worth running unless you massively use it one way or another. This is true, and this connects with my earlier problem that was not the topic in here. But it is that you always want to run 6 modifiers, 0 revives, Because not having one tablet, now that tablets are more powerful because they buff the mods in the tablet. Now that tablets are more powerful, you feel like dog shit if you are missing one tablet. You have to go for the 3 tablets, but now 0 revives and the map is harder. Before the patch, setting up towers is terrible and tedious, and it is not fun at all, and you need to spend tons of time on it before you can enjoy the level of your using. But 0.31 nerfed the using you can do with tower massively, so the maps become not worth running again. And you have to pick tablet every map, worry about the usage, which is just a different chore. Not to mention that every map has a boss that's relatively hard to kill. This part, I disagree with this part because I like this. This part for me is awesome. I love that there is a boss in each map. I love it. It is the best thing about the patch in my opinion. But I understand that not everybody like it. No red icons, so you will spend more time clearing a map. I just want to remind you guys that my idea that when they put red icons in the map, before they used to not be there. I don't know if you guys remember this, but when the game dropped, you weren't able to see where the reds were. And people were complaining about backtracking. I suggested, and you can go and watch my videos, way before it happened, that they put the red icons in the maps. Some people call me crazy, and then GG proved me right by putting the icons in. And now they are proving me right once again by removing them because now people want them. So that means it was a good idea because people want them back. So I was always right, and I was predicting and designing cool stuff. Okay. I don't think refined tablet can solve this problem. They really need to rethink how to approach this Atlas system. They are going to do POE1 at this point, man, because POE1 already solved it. Just do what you did in POE1, but with the Infinite Atlas. The same thing you already have in POE1. I know you want to do something original. You tried, man. You tried. I encourage you to try. But it didn't work, right? So all you have to do is do the same thing that is in POE1. What is in POE1? Well, what you have in POE1 is that you can run every single map with all the scarabs. They are not tablets, they are scarabs. And each map has 6 portals. If you lose the 6 portals, okay, you lose the map. But you can try 6 times with as much or as little modifiers as you want. And there you have it. Since now you have the Infinite Atlas, I will allow you to, if I lose the 6 portals, I lose my scarabs and I can't use the same map. As you like it. You like that, right? Keep that. Keep that. But you give me the 6 portals and the scarabs. And everybody will be happy. Everybody will be happy. If you need to tweak the numbers for rarity and quantity internally, the numbers that we don't see, so that everything goes back up in relative good use, so that people are happy, do it. Do that. And everybody's happy. Fine and dandy, and we are cool. But yes, I agree with this post originally in here. This guy is completely right. He opened my eyes to this problem that I honestly didn't check out at first. And I am pissed off at myself that I didn't think about this myself. But hey, great post. And let's hope that GG is aware of this and they fix it for 0.4. What do you guys think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I a clown? Am I a genius? Let me know everything in the comments below. I love reading comments even when they don't agree with me. Also remember to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, all that cool stuff. Guys, thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. God bless ya. And remember, don't be afraid ever because this is just a ride.